This is like the title pages of some discussions I'm going to be posting. All kinds of different aspects of gimbals and multi-rotors. So let's take a look at these videos. Everything is hollow core. Don't buy a motor for a gimbal that's not a hollow core. You're going to see why as you look at these videos or we have discussions. Pretty cool. They're made for hand cams. I'm liking hand cams. I don't like the GoPro. It doesn't zoom in, has very limited functionality. I'm going to be, every one of these things that you're seeing individually, I'm going to post some discussions on. If you have questions, I'm going to start a forum, a live forum. We're going to post the forum conversations on YouTube right here on exclusive technology. Trying to give you guys as much detail and information as possible. This stuff is hard. This stuff is not easy. You got to spend a lot of time figuring out what the pitfalls are. Nobody's given us any information. I've engineered some complete units, kind of plug and play. You guys know what this is, right? This is the 3-axis control board. And when I do my boards, that's the USB connection to tune it. There's your receiver. You know what these things are. We'll go through it slowly for the guys that don't. But when I build one of these things like this, it's ready just to be mounted up. Gotta have that. Gotta have spares. We'll talk about structuring and building a frame. I built a couple of hexes, and we're going to look at lightings and all kinds of bells and whistles to go with this. But my major concern was 3-axis hand cams for zooming and length control for remote control on a secondary receiver, transmitter. So this is a Phantom 2 that I'm building, and I already built. And it has dual cameras on it. Those are drive lights and landing lights. Gonna have, these are UFO lights, down lights. Retractable gear. Retractable gear is really important. But the deal is the space between that is what made me create this non-vibrating. Yep, here it comes. My gimbal support. There it is. I needed 8. The hand cams get heavier, and you can't have something that's 10 inches in diameter. That works perfect. So I manufactured a whole bunch of those. You'll see them. I'm going to post individual videos on each one of these things. Here's just another one of the gimbals. These are bigger motors. I'm going to show you the difference between the two motors. Compare them to each other. Long story short, the 210, the CX210 Sony Handcam is 215 grams, and the CX350 Handcam is 345 grams. And the two motors you're going to see now, and I'm going to have a video of that. I got a video of that I've already made. It shows the epic fail of me trying to put a 350 camera on a 210 gimbal. And so it's just too heavy. You know, 100 grams is not that much weight, but these motors make a difference. So there's the two different. So one of these is a 210 gimbal, and the other one is a 350 gimbal. And I'm thinking the 350 handles between, this motor handles between 800 and 1200 grams. But you can't just go on the motor, because you have to, you know, do your calculations up. You got a motor, the arm, another motor, you got more arms, you got the wires, you know, you gotta Gotta engineer these things, but you'll see. So this is just a... I just keep building them. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I just keep building them. Somebody's going to ask me for one. Hollow shaft motors, please, guys. Don't order anything that's not a hollow shaft motor. You regret it. They're not any more expensive. Maybe $7, not even that. Doesn't make any difference. You'll see when you start looking at my framework on my gimbals. I'm giving you these stills so you can take a look and, you know, give you a chance to pause this and look at the way the wires are run. This is a Lank connector input, and it's showing you the IMU. I put the IMUs underneath the camera support mount. A lot of videos, a lot of parts in that, so you're seeing how the cables are being run up in this shot. Okay, the IMU and the Lank cables go right through the center of the motor. They come to the outside of the gimbal, and then we're going to travel up the arms. I struggled with this stuff for a long time, and the biggest concern has always been, first of all, stranded wires. Second of all, the gauge needs to be 28 or a 30 or a 32. The IMU wires are really small, and they're just what they're supposed to be. This is where the Lank cables and the IMU cables go through the motor, and it connects to a DuPont 4 or 5 pin. That's a male and a female with shrink tube over it. That's for repairs in the future if it happens. Okay, so you're seeing it over and over again, and that's me using hollow core motors. It's coming around the inside edge through the back motor, coming up to the top. For those of you guys who are looking at this and wondering what the hell this is about, I got something to say. Count my wires. The guys who know what I'm talking about. Count my wires. Look at this mess. You need this. This is the number of wires you need, the minimum number of wires you need to get where you're going to accomplish your task. Oh my God, we made it. Look at this. Tell me something. Say hollow core motors. Hollow core. Oh my God, please. Hollow core. Oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you, boys, it's been an amazing friggin' journey. And you get these wires coming up the top of this like this, and you are the man. Oh my gosh. All right, this is your goal, man. You can do this. You're ready for the next step. Oh my gosh, this is the wires you have to have coming out of here. Okay, here you are. So what we have, let's do a wire count. You got your IMU, which is basically 4 or 5 wires. You got 2 3-wire motor feeds. You've got your Lank for your camera. So the Lank is like a 5-wire. Maybe a 4 because some are infrared Lanks and some are with servos. So depending on what camera you got, it will determine what you're using, right? Sure. Okay, you guys, this was just a teaser. Next is going to be the video of it hanging from the bottom of one of my Hex or my quad, and it's going to do tricks for you. All right. Special shout out to Heather and Kelly and Lollipop and Licorice over at Spearmint Rhino. Love you, girls. And and we'll be back.